What's up guys, Visual here, but you can call me James, and in this video I'm going to be comparing 2D versus 3D designs. So guys, this video has been requested from you guys quite a lot, so I thought I would go ahead and do it. And instead of having just my face in the video, I thought I would include a speed art in the background. So I have a speed art of me creating a 2D versus 3D banner, which hopefully you guys will enjoy in the background. Anyways, nonetheless guys, before we do get into the video, you guys know the deal. Can we try and break 300 likes on this video? If we can, that would be absolutely amazing. And also go ahead and comment down below what topic video you want me to talk about next, that of course is related to design. So with that being said, let's just get straight on with the topic.
Yo, I ain't the type to try and take it from your man, so everything you do is honestly part of your plan.
So when it comes to design, there's two options. There's of course 2D and there's 3D. 2D being two-dimensional and 3D being three-dimensional. So 2D will be based mainly in Photoshop and 3D will be based in Cinema 4D and Photoshop. This is based off the design community. I know there is other programs for 3D and of course 2D, but these are the main programs that people use. So to start off, let me talk about 2D work. So there is some pros to using 2D and there's some pros to using 3D, and I will be discussing those now. So the first main pro of 2D design is of course that it's easy to learn. If you are starting off as a beginner, the easiest thing to learn is Photoshop compared to Cinema 4D. So the fact that you can learn Photoshop really easy, and a lot of you may already know how to use Photoshop, you probably do if you are subscribed to my channel, but like I said, it's easy to learn. People can learn Photoshop in just like a couple months and they will get to know all of the tools, and then you can go ahead and start designing 2D work. Another pro of designing 2D is that it's a lot more professional. Now companies do use some 3D work, I will discuss that, but the majority of the time companies use two-dimensional images. They don't have 3D text. I mean 3D text is in things like movie posters or movie intros, but nonetheless in normal like day-to-day advertisements people use 2D. Also guys, on average 2D work takes a whole lot less time than 3D work. You can go ahead and make 3D stuff in Cinema 4D, input them into Photoshop, and it will take a whole lot more time than it does to create one 2D piece in just Photoshop. Now you guys are probably wondering, well, what is the downside to working with 2D? You just talked about a load of advantages. Now the main disadvantage is the fact that you can't create everything in 2D. There's a lot of stuff that which you just won't be able to make. Things like 3D objects, of course. I mean, I know you can create 3D text in Photoshop, but trust me guys, it looks nothing like Cinema 4D text. Photoshop 3D text looks really bad. I mean, you can go ahead and use it if you are a beginner, but I definitely don't recommend using it if you want to get into 3D work. So that is it for 2D. Let's move on to 3D designs using Cinema 4D.
Yo, I ain't the type to try and take it from your man, so everything you do is honestly part of your plan.
So a lot of you may be asking, what is Cinema 4D? Now Cinema 4D is a quite technical program. I mean, you can learn the basics by watching tutorials, but it's a whole lot more complicated than using Photoshop. And if you're used to Photoshop, trust me, if you open up Cinema 4D, you won't know what you're doing. Now I know personally I learned Cinema 4D because back in the day 3D text was like the only good thing. I mean, people did 2D work, but 3D text and 3D banners, they were the shit pretty much. So I had to go ahead and learn Cinema 4D myself with the help of YouTube tutorials, and I did. And now I'm still not the best at it, but I can create simple objects and also simple text. And I also use one of my personal Lightrooms to help me with this. This can be found on my Selfie page. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. But the Lightroom does definitely help when creating 3D text. So the bad part of 3D designs is learning the programs. And as I said, you can use Photoshop, but it's just not good. Now guys, you may be wondering, what are the pros of working in 3D and making 3D banners, 3D logos? There's a lot of pros, and also like I said, there's a lot of cons, but the main pro is that it shows a lot more skill to your clients. If people go onto your portfolio and they see that you can create in 3D as well as 2D, then you may get an extra client because they may be interested in 3D work instead of 2D. It really does depend on the person.
Yo, I ain't the type to try and take it from your man, so everything you do is honestly part of your plan.
Now guys, you may be wondering, what's my opinion? Do I prefer 2D work or 3D? And personally, I prefer 2D. This is because it's a whole lot easier to create, it takes less time, and it's more professional. So guys, that is it for this video. I know it was quick, but I really do enjoy these sort of topic videos, and I hope they helped you anyway. If the video did help you, make sure to leave a like. If we can break 300 likes on this video, that would mean the world to me, guys. Also, thank you just for the continuous support. As always, I don't really like saying it too much because like every YouTuber says this, but thank you so much. So like I said, hopefully you did enjoy. This has been Visual or James, and I'm out. Peace.